The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Penalty. It's Johnson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. Spins by. And he's got room. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And some room to roam now. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Defense showing blitz. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down, 8. In motion right is Thomas. second down. Rawls. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Breeze. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First down, this is Rawls. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, this is playoff football. I mean, what a big-time tackle. Perfectly executed with a little extra emphasis there.
And got him for a loss as well. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd down now following the run. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He'll return it from the 6. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And down he'll go at the 25. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll set up to throw. Fights him off. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Fresh set of downs here. Johnson on the counter. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Again, it's Johnson. Room here to run. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And now running right through it. A big run there by Johnson. 62 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. So they're on the 5-yard line here, second down and goal. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Going to Rawls on the dump-off. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Got it.
Slot man moves right. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A handoff right to Rawls. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And just into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Ready, kill. 0-2, bring it down, fellas, bring it down.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Adams. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
He'll drop to throw. And that's It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. A screen here to Vereen. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go again with Rawls. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And the Giants ready to come out now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll look to throw here. Open man right side is Ingram. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try to run it. This is counter. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants add on to their lead. And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Snead's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll hand to Rawls. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Green.
On play action, they'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Take it at the 37. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, free on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. A final shot before half for Breeze. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So we come upon... All right, we've got some happy trigger fingers ready to see who's going to survive this wild card game as we get you back to quarter 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Easy.
They give it to Rawls. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Johnson again, and he'll be knocked down sideways right near the 39. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to throw. He finds Beckham complete, and he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
A big hit. Knocked down sideways. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Kevin Minter able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On 2nd down, Johnson uses the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 28. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll send the slot in motion left. 3rd down. Here's Rawls. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans 1st. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Going motion right, Snead. They'll run with Rawls. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Twisting away. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it second down. 8 yards to go here on second down. They'll set up to throw. And this is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Green, 39.
They're going to look to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Giants. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though,
yeah.
Because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Breeze now on first down. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll get to the 20 for 4. It's second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here, nearly a 4th pick, and it's third down. The Saints on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, Rawls. He's been busy tonight. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And Vereen, sure-handed as he is, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Carpenter now, after the made field goal, will kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Saints on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Breeze now. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And a big tight end shifting around. 20th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. 3rd down here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Rawls. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And shutting him off, now open field. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Being chased out left. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got some space here. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? It's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by K'Von Webster. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Gun. They'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
Well, if you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now out come the Giants. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep. Just
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and now it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Well, what?
Bye.